Hey, what's up, family? I wanted to make this video because it's crazy, man. I've been having some experiences where there are people that actually don't think I'm from here, from the United States, or even from Baltimore when I tell them. Because I'll be talking to a person and I'll say, yeah, such and so forth when I go home. Or you mean Jamaica, or you mean the Caribbean? I'm like, nah, man, I mean Baltimore. Well, I ain't know you was from Baltimore. I've been saying Baltimore the whole time. You see the cap over there. But, and I'm going to say that by me wearing all these different clothes actually doesn't help, the situation and stuff like that. One time I was telling somebody about my father. And it's to the point, like, even one of my kids said, Mr. D, we thought you were from Africa or somewhere like that. And I said, why you think that? Because you be listening like African music and you eat different foods and you listen to reggae and this and that and you know about countries in Africa. So we thought you were from there. I said, how many times have I told you that I'm from Baltimore and I was born and raised there? But this is one of the reasons why a lot of people may think something different. Like, look at the clothes, and if people really look, these are like souvenirs. So you can tell that maybe somebody gave me these shirts, or maybe I just been there to visit, but not that I'm from there. See, like I have this. I got this from my favorite restaurant. I got this when I was in Trinidad and Tobago. I've been to Jamaica a million times, but actually my spiritual father bought me this Jamaica shirt back when he went with his wife, because he's from Jamaica. This is from when I was in the Bahamas. Of course, this is Bermuda. That's like my second home outside of Jamaica and Baltimore. Bermuda. I got this like in 2010. Actually, I got this off this website. This is a Nassau, Bahamas. That's a Bahamian cop. But I just got this. And the reason why I got that is because the Jordan 5 Laneys match that. And this is what I plan to wear when I go see my brother Elias and his wife later this year when I go to Brazil and go see them. And then this is stuff from Aruba. And, otherwise than that, a lot of people get confused, man. I wear this stuff, with my Jordans and everything, just being a little different. And I'm not going to lie, like now that I have knowledge that there's black people from all over the world, South America, the Caribbean, Central America, Latin America. Maybe if I saw a black guy wearing this Brazil shirt and I know that there's like black Brazilians or Brazilians that are a certain shade or have certain black features, then I'd be kind of looking at him like, yo, is he really from Brazil? I'd be trying to figure it out. Or if I seen a black person with a Bahamas shirt or Jamaica or Trinidad, I would be trying to figure out if he's from there too. But it's just about being diverse. And then like this right here, this is what I'm going to wear tomorrow to a Indian themed graduation party. Young sisters graduated, so she wanted a Bollywood theme, like an Indian version of Hollywood. And of course, these are all my dashikis that I plan to wear to Africa in a few months. This one I've worn, and I've got a whole bunch of reactions, man. Man, I went to North Point Mall. No sooner than it was like a bunch of Ethiopians just sitting outside of the mall. So I walked up to the mall entrance, and the Ethiopian man was smiling at me. Now, it's funny that, and like I said, sometimes I dig myself in a hole, not in a bad way, but I kind of perpetuate that image that I may be from somewhere else because he's already looking. I have a chain that I got a long time ago from somebody. I think I bought it. Well, either I bought it or I got it from somebody, but it's red, gold, and green, and that's their colors. And so he sees me with the dashiki, and, I am a black man, and so was the Ethiopian guy. And then he's smiling at me, and he's nodding his head like, how you doing? And then I said, Denanesh Salam. Then this big crazy smile came out of his face. It was almost like as I expected, but it wasn't what he was expected because I'm not from there, I'm from here. But that's the story. I remember one time I was in Baltimore I was home, and I had this jacket on. I had a pair of black Jordans, nice J's, man. But actually they were too small for my feet. I wanted them so bad I just squeezed my feet in a 9.5. I think it was a 9.5 or a 10, and I wear a 10.5. And I had a shirt with Dennis Brown in it. I had that on. Then I had Dennis Brown. He's a popular reggae artist, lovers rock, kind of like an R&B-ish type of dread. And I was on the subway train, man, going to Mondawmin, just visiting home. And next thing you know, this girl was like, "Where you from?" And I was like, I'm born and raised here, but I live in Atlanta. She's like, "You're not from Jamaica?" I said, "I've been to Jamaica. I visited. I got friends and, friends there. And I got Jehovah's Witnesses. They're like my family. I know some people there." But she couldn't figure it out for the life of her. Like, how could I be from Baltimore? I live in Atlanta, but I've been here, there. And people that don't travel or don't have friends or a variety of friends, they can't fathom that. They don't understand that. And I probably wouldn't if, I never got out like I was supposed to, or I never had an opportunity to do anything else or do things outside of my comfort zone. I wouldn't understand either. My boy from Trinidad said, why did you felt like you were compelled to explain to her why you have this and that on? And I said, because I felt like she wasn't being nosy. She was being inquisitive, because I know a lot of people from back home don't get that exposure. And she was curious. A lot of the reasons why, I felt the need to diversify, or, I saw a lot of things, but I've never dealt with anybody that up close when it comes to a different culture. So when I had an opportunity to be around somebody from a different culture, I asked a whole bunch of questions. So I just felt like she was being inquisitive. I'd rather for her to ask questions than to stare and point, and try to figure out herself what is and what isn't. Her being cool enough to ask. And I don't have no problem talking to anyone. I'm pretty much an open book when I want to be. If I don't want to be bothered, I don't be bothered. But I say that to say this, man. Yo, do you, man. Diversify. The crazy thing about it is, in this country, and sometimes dealing with this culture, it's almost like, okay, well, if you embrace food, culture, music from other cultures, it's like, why are you doing that? You're not from there. That's weird. But yet, it's cool for people all over the world to emulate everything we do as Americans, especially Black Americans, man. It's so many, like when I went to Jamaica, dude was telling me about gang culture in Jamaica. I mean, they wearing the rags and the kids wearing the flags. Like, I had to get on one kid. I said, "So what is this supposed to be?" And he was like, "This and that. This is a symbol to let people know you're a rude boy, you're a bad boy, you're a gunman," and all this stuff like that. I said, "Man, that stuff ain't cool. Where you get this stuff?" Watching TV, emulating Black Americans and stuff like that. And I told him that gangs and street violence is a pestilence, in our community. And we don't really celebrate that. That's just a part of the lifestyle for some people there. But it's nothing to be celebrated, or it's nothing to be elevated like that. I mean, it's just the way folks live. But my point is that when you embrace being in America and you embrace other cultures, depending on who you're around, it's weird to them. Yet you go to every other country, they got Coca-Cola, they got Nike, they got, they want to talk like us, they want to dress like us. They wear, they got McDonald's and Burger King everywhere. Like one of my good friends, Uncle Fred Smith, he was like, go over there and, try the Burger King and see how different it tastes. And I'm like, man, I ain't going over there trying no Burger King. I don't want to eat nothing remotely close to what we eat over here. That's my whole point of traveling. But I did, when I was in Trinidad, I did go to KFC. I really wanted to see the difference. And I'm going to tell you, like, that ketchup is nasty over there. And he you know how like the ketchup ingredients here has like some salt, some vinegar, onion powder, tomato paste, blah, 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 blah. And we're used to how it tastes. He said Trinidadians don't like that element. So that ketchup to me tastes like tomato paste, water, and sweet and low. Like, their ketchup is sweet. I mean, now, when I used to go to some of the Korean joints back home in Baltimore, you know, the ketchup that the lady would have, like at Pimlico Fried Chicken and K&K Carry Out down there on North Avenue, you know, I'm like, it was a little sweet, but it wasn't like, okay, But their stuff in Trinidad is like nasty, you know, and they say that our ketchup over here is too sour or whatever because we have a lot of the vinegar element in it. But I mean, it's just a wonderful thing. Diversity is wonderful. And people in America should really study our history and study where we get certain traditions from, where we get certain foods from, even our language. Like when you really look at some of the words in our vocabulary, they have roots from other cultures. Like I was learning that the word zero is Arabic, pajama is Indian, cartoon is Italian, ketchup is Chinese, zombie is West African. Just all these different things that we say, oh, it's English, but it derived from a foreign element, you know, outside of America. And what people got to understand, America is an immigrant nation. It was stolen. It was built by immigrants. So one way or another, you are embracing that of a different culture in your everyday life, and you may not even be aware of it. I mean, even from the coffee you drink from Africa, from Ethiopia. So to me, I guess I like to keep people guessing. I'll keep on guessing. I'll keep people guessing because I like to dress and, you know, with little different things. I like to switch it up and whatever like that and wear what I wear. One person I love the most who definitely adds to my diversity is my brother from Trinidad. I love that brother, man. That is my best friend. And that's one thing about friends. It's good to get new friends. If you want new experiences, you have to get new friends. If you want new ideas, you have to get new friends. And I'm not saying that leave your day one friends or your loyal friends. But what I'm saying is sometimes I found with like some of my old friends, I deal with them because I want to have a sense of stability. I always know if I go back home to Baltimore, go home, you know, it's going to be the same. They're not going to change. When I want to go there and basically deal with that element or have that type of nostalgia or, you know, go back and rekindle my roots, then I deal with them. But when I want to expand, there's friends that help me expand in a direction that's going to make me a better person. And then what I do is the friends that help me expand, what I learn from them, I go back and basically, you know, give that knowledge to my old friends. You know what I'm saying? But it's all good, too. And I want to say something because I know I'm going to send this probably to some friends from another country in my congregation. One of the things that I love about Fair Oaks is that everybody is from a different place. And I really appreciate having brothers and sisters from Jamaica. I appreciate having brothers and sisters from Haiti, from Uganda, from Ethiopia. And I really value the Ethiopian friends because they're the only Ethiopians in the congregation, and it's rare and it's wonderful. You know what I'm saying? Because out of all three English speaking congregation, two congregations got a whole bunch of Nigerians, but we are the only congregation on this side of town that has somebody from Ethiopia, Uganda, Trinidad and Tobago. I think that's it. All I can think of right now. Oh, we got some new brothers and sisters. Some of Puerto Rico. Brother Muentes is he's Cuban. So, man, that's one thing I love about Fair Oaks more than anything. You don't got to go all around the world. We got a diverse group of people sitting right there in my home congregation. So, once again, that adds to the diversity and the unity and just being expanding your horizons and your viewpoint of people. I just ran into Miss Eva. She used to be a teacher at Busy World when I was there earlier. You know, I left and came back. And I was just telling her, and I told her, man, you know, after I finished hitting like a few major continents, you know, I really want to go travel to Central America, to Costa Rica and Honduras and Guatemala. And she keep asking me, did I ever go to Mexico and stuff like that? And it's like, yeah, if I go to Mexico, it's going to be like the very end, anything touching like maybe you know, going off into the Central America area, maybe like Guadalajara, like I said, Guatemala, and I want to go to Yanga because that is a Mexican city that was founded by a slave, a black slave named Yanga. If you're looking at this video, research Yanga, Yanga. Yanga. And the Mexican people down there are as dark as me, but they still have those Spanish features, you know, the Mexican features, but they're black, man. And I'm so interested in that because when you live here and you come from where I come from, what black is and the perception of what black is very limited. So when I saw those black Spanish people, it blew my mind. So I'm like, yo, I'm about to go on an excursion, you know, Because to be honest with you, my biggest influences when it comes to travel is, I don't know if y'all know, Andrew Zimmern and Anthony Bourdain. Man, I used to sit there for hours. Watch Anthony Bourdain go to Hong Kong, go to Liberia. I saw when Andrew Zimmern went to Ethiopia, when Anthony Bourdain went to the Congo and Hong Kong and Malaysia and Thailand. I mean, I was like fascinated. Bangladesh, man. And then the sweetest part about me even thinking about traveling is that I got brothers and sisters everywhere. I mean, I got people who got my back, gonna make sure I go to the meetings, gonna make sure I stay loyal to Jehovah, no matter where I go. And I can be right in the comforts of their home. You know, like when people go on cruises and they stay at the resorts, man, I ain't gonna lie. Part of the reason why I like, you know, staying with the friends or going to a bed and breakfast is because it's cheaper. At the same time, when you go to these resorts, you robbed of your experience. First of all, when you go to resorts and all this stuff like that, you're not going to be with any of the local people. You're going to be with other tourists. You're going to be with other Americans. I did not leave America to be around other Americans. I might as well have stayed. So I don't want to do that. I don't want to be around them. I don't want to deal with them. I don't even want to look like a tourist and look like a target. I don't want to be around no Americans. If I go to Jamaica, I want to be around Yardis. If I go to Aruba, I want to be around Arubans. If I go to South America, I want to be around South Americans. I don't want to be around Americans. If I go to Asia, I want to be with Asians. Anyway, I don't want to. It's the reason why I left America. That's the reason why I left the U.S. And then another thing, too, is when you're around people, especially the friends, or you're around people in different countries that's natives of there, guess what? When you at these resorts in these different places, they get paid to like you. They get paid to help you out. You're paying them to be friendly. But with my arrangement, you know that's love. I mean, staying in somebody's house, being with other Jehovah's Witnesses, you know they love you. You know they care about you. You know, but you going to a resort, it's like you paying somebody to like you. And it's not, that ain't real to me. All right, man, one love. And like I said, to my family in Fair Oaks, yo, I love you. I love y'all guys, especially I don't care how you feel. Even if some of you guys feel alienated, you feel different, you feel like you from a different place, y'all always going to have a home in my heart. All my brothers and sisters, man, from different lands in Fair Oaks, love y'all, man. I'm crazy about y'all. You know what I'm saying? You helped broaden me out. All right, man. One love. Peace out.